You know, there's a secret, one that's buried deep beneath some of the world's most famous cities. It's a foundation that, if you listen to the history books, well, it just shouldn't be there. We're talking about a construction project that connects all these different places in a way that frankly defies all logic.
It all started in Chicago. That's where the first real clue was dug up.
But then, the exact same kind of structures started popping up in Moscow.
And yep, you guessed it, underneath London too.
Jump across the globe, San Francisco, same story.
And even all the way in Mumbai, we're seeing major cities all over the world sharing the same impossible secret. The mystery here isn't just that these foundations exist. It's that they are all identical. It's like a global blueprint from some forgotten age. But the bigger question, the one that really gets you thinking, is why is this incredible discovery being met with absolute silence?
Okay, so let's start our investigation in Chicago. We're going to a sub-basement that officially doesn't even exist. 3 levels down, beneath the Board of Trade building, there's this door. It's opened by a key that you won't find on any building directory. And what's behind it? Well, it changes everything. Back in 1983, a construction crew was drilling for some new electrical lines. They were supposed to hit limestone bedrock at about 18 meters, but they kept going. Then at 21 meters, bam! Their super tough carbide drill bit just snapped clean off. They had hit something else, something much, much harder. Now here's where it gets really weird. The temperature down there. It is a constant 11 degrees Celsius. That makes no sense. The deeper you go, the warmer it should get. The floor right above it is a normal 24 degrees. It's like there's a thermal wall. The heat just stops.
And the walls? Oh man. They're made of these massive granite blocks, each one weighing around 40 tons. Now, yeah, we can lift that kind of weight today, but look at how they're fitted together. It's seamless. Our modern machines would have a heck of a time trying to replicate that kind of precision, especially that far underground.
This is Thomas Brennan. He's been the chief engineer of that building for over 40 years. He's the guy who found this room. When he first told his bosses what he found, they basically told him he was mistaken. But there's one detail that has always bugged him. If you take a hammer and tap on the walls, they ring, like a bell.
And I don't just mean they make a noise. They put out this clear musical tone that just hangs in the air for more than 3 seconds. It's a perfect F-sharp, hitting a frequency of exactly 349.23 Hz. That's not a random property of stone, folks. That's acoustic design. The entire room is tuned.
An acoustically tuned chamber deep under Chicago is strange enough, right? But what if Chicago wasn't a one-off? This is where archaeologist Dr. Sarah Chen comes in. She started connecting similar reports from deep excavations all over the world, and she found a pattern so disturbing it would literally end her career.
Look at this. Dr. Chen had an amazing career, 53 peer-reviewed articles, a couple of books, on the tenure track. But when she submitted a paper comparing these strange foundations across 5 continents, it got rejected. Not once, but by 7 different journals. And right after that, her funding was cut, her lab access was revoked, and she was pretty much forced out of her job.
Her research pulled together findings from 47 different cities. And the signature, the fingerprint, was always the same. The block dimensions were identical. The tool marks on the stone, identical. The granite itself is so pure you can't even carbon date it. The only clue we have to its age is the dirt it was built on, and that stuff dates back as far as 12,000 years.
So you see, this isn't just a case of historians missing something big. The evidence is starting to suggest that this information has been actively and systematically suppressed.
Let me introduce you to Robert Chen. No relation to Dr. Chen, by the way. He was a civil engineer for the city of Chicago for 35 years. Just before he passed away in 2019, he wrote a 12-page letter. It was basically a confession of everything he was forced to keep secret his entire career.
Get this. In 1973, Chen's team was doing surveys for a new subway line, and they hit this granite foundation at 47 different dig sites. His report documented absolutely everything, and it was immediately buried. Just look at the official record versus his suppressed report. The public was told there was limestone. Chen found precision-cut granite. Where the official record says none for pre-existing structures, Chen had documented them. His report was stamped classified, and the official history was just rewritten.
Okay, so all this evidence of a cover-up brings us right back to that sub-basement in Chicago. Armed with modern tech, investigators went back, and they found something that makes this whole mystery even deeper.
Thomas Brennan, the engineer, had always suspected that one section of the wall was actually a sealed doorway. A recent thermal scan proves he was right, but the result is just impossible. The rest of the room is a chilly 11 degrees Celsius, but the surface of that sealed door, it's a consistent 36.8 degrees Celsius. That's human body temperature. Something behind that granite is generating heat.
So who had the technology to cut, move, and perfectly tune 40-ton blocks of granite and then coordinate that kind of construction on every single continent thousands and thousands of years ago?
And the next question is why? Why was this incredible feat of engineering buried in the first place? And why have modern authorities, from city engineers to academic journals, worked so hard to keep it all a secret? And maybe the most important question of all right now is, what is waiting inside these sealed, heat-generating rooms that are just sitting there, buried beneath the biggest cities in the world?
This isn't just some story. It's a real place. An impossible foundation waiting at 41 degrees, 52 minutes north, 87 degrees, 37 minutes west, 21 meters down. It is there right now. And really, the only question left is what happens when someone finally decides to open that door.